Good morning, it's me. I'm back. I'm Stephanie Flath, Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and I'm coming to you live on Wednesday, August 4. I'm never good at remembering the dates. Okay, it already seems like I'm not going to be able to see comments, so I'm for sure, well, I always look up, find me on my business page so that I for sure can see comments anyway. Okay, so I'm up. So if you're here, let me know. So you can find me every Wednesday morning, 10:30 a.m. Eastern Time, right here on my business page. It's facebook.com/dazzled by stamping. You can turn on notifications so that you find out anytime that I'm live. And anytime that I'm not live, you can find me on my website at dazzledbystamping.com. So feel free to check out there. You can see the latest things that I've posted. You can find my events. You can shop with me and all that. And good morning, Sherry and Jamie. And congratulations, Jamie. I'm so happy that you're here. Jamie just retired, and this is her first week, her first Wednesday with me since she was off work for a while. So I'm so glad that you're here. So exciting. So I'm really excited to share some stuff with you today. Well, it's mostly one, I'll call it a bundle, but it's not bundled. It's Sale-a-Bration items. It is called, oh good, it is called Counting Sheep. It's right here on pages 10 and 11 of here's the Sale-a-Bration brochure. It just went live yesterday, and Counting Sheep is on page 10. And I'm also going to be using the dies, which are on page 11. So they're two individual Sale-a-Bration items, but they are both $50 ones. Quite often it seems like the dies end up being $100 ones. So it's actually a good deal. So remember, with Sale-a-Bration, for those of you who aren't aware, first of all, it's an awesome sale that we have. This year it's twice. Because we had a 2-month sale in January and February. Normally it's 3, and they shortened it to January, February, so we could have another one August and September. So I'm excited. It's an awesome sale. With every $50 order, or $50 in orders, purchases before, hi Marlene, and did I say hi to Kathy? Hi Kathy. With every $50 in orders, you get a free Sale-a-Bration item. So I counted, because I put them on my blog yesterday, there are 11 different items that you can choose as freebies. But also there's, did I say 11? There are 10 different items that you can earn as a customer. There's an 11th one that is just for hostesses. So it can be somebody who has a workshop, or somebody who has a book party, or somebody who just plain places an online order, but the order or workshop total has to be $300 in sales, and then you get this extra, stamp set in your words. Of course, so I said this yesterday on my blog that people who sign up to be a new demonstrator, well, there's something for everybody. Customers, hostesses, I already mentioned. And somebody who signs up to be a new demonstrator, I said that you get to add a free bundle. That is still correct, but it's specifically from I call it the holiday catalog. Technically, it's called it's August to December mini catalog. But anyway, so any bundle from there you get to add to your kit, your starter kit. Yay. and then us demonstrators, and even the person who signs up, you get potential extra rewards during celebration based on your sales and any new members that you add to your team. So it's a fun time. So the celebration items, has anybody read, because I just realized I didn't pay attention to anything. I typically, all items in the celebration brochure are exclusive to celebration, but they've had a set of dies stay before, they've had a little punch stay before, they've had an embossing folder stay before. I haven't seen anything like that. Have any of you seen that? Anyway, so it's exclusive for now. All right, so before I get started with that, I'm going to do my randomizer. I have everybody set up, and I actually have 3 cards that I'm giving away, because remember, I actually cased Sarah Douglas, our CEO. I cased her card, or one of her cards that she had shown on her page, timeline, whatever you want to call it. It was just too adorable. So I cased it, and I realized that she used our note cards and envelopes. You know, they're already cut and scored, and so it's just a single layer, and they're a little bit smaller. I realized she used that, and it's intended, well, it's not just newbies that use it, but it's a good starter product for new stampers. And so I decided that I was going to step it up to a casual stamper and a more avid stamper. So anyway, I have 3 cards to give away, so I'm going to run my randomizer here. And did I bring a pen? Ooh, Deanna. Deanna's my first winner. I don't know if she's on. I didn't see her come on yet. Can't find. I'm just gonna have to use a marker. So congratulations, Deanna. And I need to write this just a sec, so I will forget. Deanna, number 1. Okay, and we're gonna start it again. I'm glad that you liked them, Kathy. I love them so much. I'm gonna have to make more because, oh, Kathy, you're my number 2 winner. Congratulations. I'm gonna have to make more because I only made, do you remember last week I went to bed is what I did. And I got up early, well, not early, but usually I'm barely up before my live starts. And I got up knowing that I still needed to plan for my live last week. So I planned it, but I still hadn't stamped anything before my live last week. So I was stamping on the go. Ooh, Judy Cole. She is my number 3 winner. Yay. Congratulations, girls. Okay, so I'm done with my randomizer. It can go away. And now I am... Okay, so I'm back so I can see comments. All right, so as I mentioned to you, I'm gonna use the Counting Sheep celebration item and the sheep dies. Okay, so something to keep in mind that's different from the last celebration and our normal celebration is there are specific, well, the whole catalog supposedly is while supplies last. So you need to get it sooner than later. There's probably going to be several that people are just going to love and it's going to go away. And so you can't just wait and, oh, it'll be available for the whole time, August and September, because that may not be the case. So anyway, so I'm going to use the Counting Sheep and the dies, and I'm doing things a little bit differently today, but I'll tell you as I go along what I'm going to be doing. So I'm going to put you down. I need my wand. I need to unbackwards you and put you upside down. And then drop you a little bit. Okay. All right, so what I'm starting with actually, oh yeah, I forgot, I switched, I planned my second project first, but I want to show this one first. Okay, so what I'm doing, I'm going to show you, do I have the case here? Yes. Might be able to see it better than in the catalog. So here is Counting Sheep, and it's really fun. It reminds me of the goats. They are cute, and I love them. So I am going to start with, I'm using Memento because I'm going to be using my blends, my Stampin' Blends, and these are red rubber, the cling stamps. But because I'm using blends, I'm using Memento. So, oh, one more thing. So each of these stamps, it has a section, a chunk die cut out of it, and you can just pull that out. It's so that you don't ink up the belly on mistake when you're inking. Okay, so I'm gonna ink this up here, and here's my first sheep. And I'm making a stack. Ah, love it. And my second sheep, now I need my third one. Yeah, they're too cute. All right. Oh, I just realized that I need to let this dry a little bit before I move on. So I'm going to set this aside. So you use Memento with Stampin' Blends. The Stampin' Blends are alcohol-based markers, and the Memento is supposed to not bleed with it, but you still have to let it dry. So I'm just going to set this aside. This was one that I was trying to think ahead for the whole thing, and I didn't for this one. So, so I'm going to take the time to show you this designer paper really quick. That's number 1. I need number 2. Okay, so I'm using some designer paper that is also a celebration item. This is my personal favorite item in the Celebration catalog. So this is Penguin Playmates. And I don't have a swatch book for this. I should make one. Just doing one would be fine. I just don't want to do a zillion of them. Like, I always buy those so that people can see the designer paper easily. Okay, so we have a fun, like, graphic designer kind of side. Here's a couple of the designs. And then there's the penguin side. I love these penguins. They are way, way too cute. And it does coordinate with a bundle that's in the mini catalog. Hi, Marcia. So here's another one, and the graphic side. I really need to make it. And there's another one. Did I have this one already? I might have had this one. No. This one I'm actually going to be using on this card because I wanted this just jade. And I wanted it to be like designed, not just the cardstock color. So I'm going to be using that one, but not the penguin side. Alright, just a sec. Okay, and then there's this one. There's stripes on the back, and I think there's one more sheet. Or one more design, I should say. Oh, there's 2 more designs. Oh no, this is one I already saw. That's the stripes. And here's some polka dots. You see the polka dots? I love these so much. Okay, so The colors that coordinate with this are Basic Black, Balmy Blue, Calypso Coral, Fresh Freesia, Just Jade, Misty Moonlight, and Soft Seafoam. So in case you didn't know, all of our designer paper underneath the name of the design has all the colors that coordinate with it. So that's helpful. It also has that in the catalog that way. All right. So there's that. So I'm using these, just a sec, I dropped a couple sheets and I don't want to squish them. Alright, so I'm using this designer paper that's part of the penguins. And I'm just going to, oops. I'm still letting my sheep dry a little bit, so I'm going to put these on the card. So this is soft seafoam, but for the most part we're not going to see this card base because of how I have it designed until you open the inside. Okay. So these are 3/4 inch strips of designer paper, and my white is going to go right in between it. I wanted to, well, first of all, you know how when you color on with Stampin' Blends, you bleed through. So I didn't want this to be the inside of the card, and then I wanted something to be thicker, so I decided to go with the soft seafoam. Okay, so I have this ready. And I'm going to start with, this is Pale Papaya. Hi Debbie, thanks for joining me and sharing already. I have light Pale Papaya, and that's what I'm going to use for what I'm calling, I'll call it the skin. I'm using it on the face and the legs. I used this last night and I called it arms and legs because on the one that's above, it looks like arms and legs. It looks more like human with the way that he's standing. He's funny. Okay. So I don't do tons of coloring, you know, but this isn't too much. I don't mind this. But I do have a hard time talking while I'm coloring. All right. So this is gray granite. And I'm going to use the dark, let's see how am I going to do it? I'm going to use the dark on the ears. Oh, is that ears? I don't think that's an ear. That's just the fluff. I'm going to use the dark on the ears on these two. And the light on the hooves. It's not a huge difference, but if I want it to be a bigger difference, then I'll go back, and I actually do. I'll go back and I'll just go over it more so that the ears are darker. Okay, and then I'm doing the, oh, I missed the faces on both of the other two. You always want to keep your markers close by in case you forget something or you need to blend it, because it does dry fairly quickly. So if you're wanting to blend and make it a like blend the two colors together, you definitely need to give it some time, and keep them close by so that you can do it. I said that all weird, but anyway. Okay, now I'm doing this sheep different. Sort of makes me think of the black sheep of the family sort of look. I did that totally wrong. I grabbed light and I wanted dark. I wondered why it looked so light. I just wanted them to be a different color. Okay, so let's start this again. So you want to blend in the dark. My favorite thing about Stampin' Blends is that you don't see the lines from the markers like you do a normal marker that you use. Alright, I'm going to add some more. So I always go back and forth between my colors because you want to, I start with my dark and then I blend it with my light. Okay. I'm going to add a little bit more dark here. These little lines. Can you see them okay? Alright, and then I'm going to use dark on all of, and I grab the light. I want dark on the ears up here. Actually, you know what I wanted? I actually want light basic black. Do I have light? Yep. I wanted light basic black on the ears. There we go. And then dark gray granite on the hooves. Okay, did I get all my spots? It's amazing how when I color, I forget a spot. Okay, so this is all done with coloring. I'm not adding anything more to my white sheep at the bottom, but I do want to add some grass. For some reason I was just in the mood for just jade, so I'm using, that's why I chose this designer paper, and I'm just adding some grass here at the bottom. So I'm just pouncing it and it just sort of fills in the color a little bit. Okay, I think that's all the stamping and coloring on there. So I'm going to attach this to my, see, this is why I didn't want this to be the inside of my card, why I'm putting it on another base. So I'm going to attach this here. Okay, now I'm going to use one of the dies from, actually I'm using two dies. I'm using one of the dies from the sheep dies. There's this little balloon that I'm using, and then I'm also using this smallest, this is Stitched So Sweetly. I'm going to use both of these. So first I'm going to do, I have my mini boss here. First I'm going to actually cut out two balloons because I want to use designer paper. This is from the penguin one again, to make it look cute, like a cute balloon, but I want it to be sturdy with cardstock, so I'm using black for it also. And I have adhesive sheets on the back already, so I can have it all attached well. So I'm not worrying about showing you this. I'm just doing it. So I did one balloon. I should have stamped the other thing I was gonna do too. I might do that before I move it out of camera. Can pop that balloon out. Cute. All right, and then I'm just trying to get the top of the balloon in the design. Make sure I have some design on there. Top of the balloon in that. I like how quick the mini boss is. It's amazing. You wouldn't think that it's a big deal, and it's not a big deal, but I like how you just run it through so fast. Like, it's probably half the number of turns for using the mini boss than the big boss. Okay, so before I get this out of the way, I'm going to stamp this. Hopefully I can do it around my boss. Okay, so I am stamping You're Amazing. So this is the soft seafoam again. Huh, perfect. And this is the one that I'm going to use with the smallest scallop rectangle from the Stitch So Sweetly. It always works better with any of these machines. Hi, Dina. It always works better with any of these machines when I don't have it on paper, if I just have it on my table surface. Okay, so I have this piece that I just stamped and cut, and then I have my balloon pieces. So the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to put the black one down, the black balloon down, because it's the base of my, I can't get the edge. Remember, I have an adhesive sheet on the back. Thanks for sharing already, Dina. Okay, so I'm putting the balloon right in this top little guy's hands. And now I'm putting, I want to trim off just a little bit of that. Where'd my scissors go? I had a little mini scissors. My paper snips. Alright, well, it's just going to have to stay there, or I'm going to have to rip it. It's staying there because I can't rip it. Okay, so I'm taking the backing off here. Maybe I had it over here. Nope, I can't find it. I'm going to put the balloon. Oops. I want it covering the black. I don't want the black to show other than the string. There. That's good. Okay, so here it is so far. And then I have my You're Amazing. I need dimensionals on it. 1, 2. For the last part of our card. I sort of want it down here, but I want trying to fill up this white spot. Out fishing with hubby, dad, still painful, just landed a big bird. Oh, cool. Well, at least he's fishing, that's good. All right, so here's my final card. You're Amazing. Ha, I love it. So everybody thinks that you're amazing. Okay, next card that I'm doing has a lot of die cutting, except I did all the die cutting already. I need to put this on here so that I don't lose it. All right. So there are a few things that I'm doing here. So thank you, Sherry. So all of these dies I'm using on this next card. So I have my 3 sheep. I should turn this. I have my 3 sheep. I have a fence. You can use this for clouds or bushes. They have it on both in the brochure. Thank you. I'm so glad that you're here, Jamie and Nadine. I didn't know you were with me, Nadine. These can be clouds or bushes. I have a sun. Here's the birthday hat that Deanna didn't think that was in here. And then this die is actually from, I've shown this before, not this particular one, but I've shown this set before. These are the basic borders dies. So this has the kind of a, I don't know why, I want to call it a wedge. I don't really know what you want to call that. There's a wedge, there's a scallop edge here, chevron edge. This one to me looks like clouds. Can you see it moving in there? But I don't really know what it's supposed to be. Like maybe you would use it to brush edges of clouds. I don't know. Anyway, so I'm using this roundy one. And so I will get to that in a minute. Right now, I have all my images stamped that I want to color. And so I'm just going to color them quickly. There's not a lot different. Well, I think I made them all like the bottom ones on the last card. So it takes a little less time. So I'm just going to color these. I wouldn't really have to, because I will be honest with you right now, I already die cut them out and have them colored, so we're going to use the magic of TV shortly. But I'm just wanting to do this. Actually, I planned this before I decided that I was, well, I told you I planned my second card first. This feels weird coloring this guy sideways. So I planned to color and then ended up coloring again on my number 1 card. So all of my thanks, I'm glad you love them. All of my light pale papaya are done. Now I'm going with my light gray granite. So I'm doing all the hooves. You can just do a quick, I love the brush tip end of the Stampin' Blends. So you can just do a couple swipes and they're done. And then the ears, I'm all doing in the dark gray granite again. I don't know why, that's just what I felt like. Okay, and then, so my sheep are done, and I'm going to make 3 different birthday hats. So one is, this is Just Jade. Misty Moonlight. Just markered myself. What is this? Dark Daffodil Delight. Both of those were, well, no, Misty Moonlight was light. Just Jade was light, yeah. But Daffodil Delight, I like it dark. Dark Daffodil Delight and dark polished pink. Then I'm using dark polished pink again over here. And is this light or dark? That's light. I want dark. Where did I put it? I need dark basic black. Well, I guess I'm using light basic black because I don't see where the dark is. So that's gonna go in these polka dots here. Okay, so just like my balloons on the last card, on my hats, on the back I put adhesive sheets. So I'm not running these through with the dies. I already have them done, but I am going to use, oh, and I also used adhesive sheets, easy for me to say, on the fence as well. Let's see, was there anything else? I think that's it. Oh, the sun. Okay, so now what I want to do with the mini boss is I have Pear Pizzazz here, and I'm going to use this bow of a edge. What are they called again? Border. That's what it is. Border. So I'm just cutting off. I have to get it in here right. I'm just cutting off a very little amount of the border. I gotta find. I lost my top cutting mat somewhere. Oh, there it is on my computer. So I'm cutting off the very edge of this Pear Pizzazz. So I'm gonna run it through. Okay. So what I have left is sort of like a mound, a hill. So no more die cutting. All right, so I have Balmy Blue for my card base. Putting my die away so I don't lose it. They're too easy to lose. That's what these are perfect for. I have no, hi Terry. I have no vested interest in this company, but I get my cards from Stamp and Storage. These magnetic cards, they're amazing for keeping track of your dies. So I'm going to attach this to the bottom edge of my card here. So we're gonna make a little hill and pasture and I don't know, whatever you want to call it. Okay, I'm gonna say right now, you guys are probably gonna be amazed. I never ever used this many dies on a card. But it's so cute and I had to show you. I had to do one. Okay, so before I get everything down, I'm gonna use Pear Pizzazz, and I want to clean my stamp quick because I used it in Just Jade already. Okay, so I'm starting with adding some grass here. I'm not sure how well I'll be able to see it. I might be adding more later depending on how it all looks. Okay. Closing for now. All right. So next is all of the power of television. So I'm starting with this sheep, already cut and colored. And I'm going to put adhesive on the back of her, but I'm not going to put her down exactly yet. I'm going to put her on here, but I need to make sure that I have her in a good spot. Okay, so I have two fence pieces. This is in soft suede, and I just want to see if I have good positioning for how I want the sheep to look, because this one's going to be behind the fence. Alright, I want her up a little bit. I want to see her smile. So she does have adhesive, but not, I didn't press her down. Okay, so that should be good. So now I can press her down. And now I'm going to peel off This was one that I told you I had put the adhesive sheets on. This stuff is amazing for tiny little delicate. I realize this isn't delicate, but it would be annoying to try to put adhesive on the back of this skinny little thing. So when you do have delicate dies, this is adhesive sheets are an amazing tool to use. They're $10. You get 12 sheets, and they're 6 inches by 12 inches long. So they'll fit through the big machine without having to cut it. But I typically cut it in pieces for something like this anyway. Like I put it on the back of the piece, then put the die on it, and then ran it through. So once you peel this backing off, then you can put the die, or your die cut piece in place. Alright, so here's the start of my card. Okay, next, sheep. Oh, I forgot to check this one. Oh, it'll be alright. They're going to be overlapped a little bit. I didn't check this way on my card, but it'll be okay. Alright, so this one is having fun on the fence. And I'm using dimensionals on this one. This guy cracks me up. Alright. Now, before I get too covered up here. Oops, that's the wrong one. That's the one I want. Okay. So this Daffodil Delight with polished pink, I'm going to put on the middle, on the sheep that's behind the fence. So I need to sort of tuck it under and on her. Alright. Then this frivolous one on the fence. I'm giving this one the pink and black. Oh, okay. So I have mini dimensionals here too, and I even have some that I cut in half. Because what I want is I want it on the sheep's head, but it's sort of going to be hanging off. And so I want there to be something supporting the top of the hat. Okay, so putting this here. I love it already. Okay. Now this one is doing the same thing. I think we're using dimensionals on this one too. Alright. So we're going to put this on here. This one's sort of either climbing over or jumping on the fence. And taking the backing off this one. All of this time is why I don't use this many dies on a card. I always want the dies. I always need to have them, but then like I don't want to do all this work. All this piecing. Oh, I got it. Okay, so I put a little half of a mini dimensional on this one too. So here's this one. So it's sticking to the sheep's head, but it's supported behind it. Okay, my grass placement's pretty good. We're gonna just go with that. Okay, now we're gonna put a sun and clouds in the sky. So this one is gonna be, oops, I gotta get the right clouds. There are two different clouds. Probably doesn't matter too much, but we're just gonna see. Okay, so I want the sun here. I want, this one looks goofy. I want some clouds here, and I want a cloud here. Yep, that's gonna do it. Okay, so this one has a backing on it. And then this one, I'm gonna, I cut it a strip again of the mini dimensionals. I'm gonna put a strip of this cut in half mini dimensionals here. That worked pretty well. All right, peel this off. I'm about to put my clouds on upside down. There's that one. And then this is just going to go down with adhesive. I didn't want everything popped up and I didn't want everything flat. I want this one higher over here. And then in the middle, just above the hill, I gotta find my saying. We're gonna stamp, "So glad it's your birthday." Ah! I love it. All right, did I do it all right? Yep, I finished everything. All right. I'll close this up. So here's my card. Can you believe I used all those dies? Okay, so I'm done stamping, so I'm gonna put you up. I gotta do my thing. Upside down you, put you backwards again, and straighten you out here. Okay, there we go. All right, so here is here is my my last card that I just did. Thank you. I'm glad that you like that. And then here's the first one that I did. I love these. Thank you. I'm glad that you like them. Okay, so remember, if you would like one of these cards, I give away what I make, remember. So you need to share my, thank you. You need to share this video and then make sure that you come back and tell me that you shared it, because I can't tell when you do unless you come and tell me. The settings are funny and whatever. So remember, these were, well, actually on this one there's 3 different items, celebration items here. There's the Penguin Playmates designer paper, which I showed that at the beginning, so if you didn't see that, you can go back to the beginning and watch that. There's the dies, that's an item, and then there's the sheep themselves, that's a celebration item. So, and this one just shows 2 different celebration items. So thank you very much for joining me today. Celebration is going on from now through the end of September. The mini catalog goes from now through, honestly, I don't remember. I don't know where I have it. We're going to say end of December, but it could be a couple days into January. I totally forgot. So the mini catalog goes a lot longer. So thank you for joining me. Have a wonderful day. Thank you for sharing. I appreciate it. And I will see you again next week. Thanks. Bye.